Hey y'all, Meredith here with Peak Performance, and today we are talking a little bit about one of the most common issues that we see in runners, which is calf pain or Achilles tendon pain and calf tightness. So typically, pain in your calf or in your Achilles tendon is not caused by just one thing in general, but one of the most common causes that we see in conjunction with other things is tightness in one of the muscles in your calf, which is called your soleus. So the soleus is one of the deeper calf muscles. It does attach into that Achilles tendon, but it is the primary muscle that runners use when they run because they always run on a flexed knee. So if you think about it, anytime that you're pushing off with your foot when running, that knee is always flexed. So that's always gonna bias us more towards using your soleus than it does towards the big muscles we think of in your calf called your gastroc. So we're gonna talk a little bit about a test you can do to see if your soleus is tight, and then a stretch that you can do to help that out. In addition to, I would also do some soft tissue work on it typically too. So what we're gonna do first is I'm gonna show you a quick little test that you can do to see if you have issues with soleus tightness. So we're gonna come, you can use a wall for this or a box or any solid piece of furniture, but we're gonna come to where your foot is about 4 to 6 inches away from that surface. And then you're gonna keep your foot nice and flat on the ground, and you're gonna lean your knee in and see if you can touch that surface. So as a runner, we don't necessarily need that full space. So I would even scoot a little bit closer, but to tell if you're tight or not, you should be able to touch your knee to this surface if you're within about 2 or 3 inches from here. So for me, the only way that I can get in to touch that is if I lose that stability in my foot. So I don't have good control over that foot and ankle while trying to go in and get my knee there. And you can see that my heel comes up a little bit. So this is an issue that I kind of have some chronic issues with and have been working on slowly. So one thing we can do for this, if you are tight, is a simple stretch where you're pushing your knee down, trying to keep that heel down flat, okay? And I like to get up on my back toe just to keep my hips nice and level. And then we're gonna just lean that knee forward until you start feeling a good stretch in your calf, okay? So when you get there, if you're doing this pre-run, we never wanna hold a stretch for too long before running, so we don't wanna increase our risk of injury. So I would hold this for about 30 seconds or so, and then we always wanna end with a push and pull, okay? So after my 30-second hold, I'm gonna push my foot down into the surface like I'm trying to do a calf raise, and hold that for about 10 seconds. And then I'm gonna pull my toes up and try and pull myself further into that stretch and hold that for about 10 seconds. And I would do that 3 times each direction. If this is an issue that you've been dealing with for a little while and you know that you need to work on your mobility, I would do that short stretch beforehand, and then I would do a little bit of mobility work afterwards. So after running, we can work on trying to make true length changes in the muscle. So at that point, I would hold for about 2 minutes and get that good long stretch. You want it to be gentle, pain-free. And then I would do the push and pull after that. So we always want to teach our body to control that new motion. So try this out and let us know what you think. If you are having any kind of issues with your calf or Achilles tendon that just don't seem to want to go away, then give us a call at Peak Performance. We would love to get you back to running pain-free. Thanks.